to actually if time doesn't permit me to assign you another topic, then probably I will ask you to submit a report and make a presentation on that as well.
So when will we submit this?
So, client, yeah, what did you say?
So when will we submit this assignment, sir?
Your voice is not very clear. You can send.
So
You can speak
when
as a
will we submit this assignment, sir?
Sir, he is saying the deadline for this research paper.
oh, deadline for this assignment, right?
Yes, sir.
You want
Yes,
to
sir.
know you want to know about the submission deadline, right? So no worries
Yes.
about it. You'll get time. You will get plenty of time.
Sir, how many group members, sir, in each group?
The length of the paper, the length of the paper should be between 20 and 30. That's it. 20 and 30 pages.
So I'm asking, sir, how many members will we have in each group?
Certainly, it has been written. It has been written in the comment section. If you go through the text, you will find Sir has already written there in the text column
Okay,
of this
thank,
meeting.
yes, I found. Thank you.
I
Thank
can send you some sample paper and you can follow the actually layout of that paper. Even you can actually try to adapt the methodology section from that paper. That would be helpful for you, I think.
Yes, sir. That
That
would
would
be
be of
helpful.
great help, sir.
Yeah, so because perhaps some of you know, and perhaps some of you don't know how to do systematic literature review, how to write a paper. Okay, so that I will send you one or more papers for you to read, just to uh, not relating to the topic that I assign. It may be from any area actually. So, but you have to follow the structure of the paper, the layout of the paper, and the methodology followed by the author in that paper. You can actually try to actually adapt the style, the language, the rhetoric, and the methodology, other issues from that model paper, right? That would be helpful for you to craft your own paper. Okay, but start searching the literature relevant to the topic AI, the role of AI in HRD. Okay, so you should start from now onward. From now, you should start searching the paper. So first of all, form your group, form your team. That is the first thing you have to do. So you should form your own team, and then you should um, uh, I mean you should be responsible, right? Each and everyone should play a responsible role. It's not like only one person will take or assume all the responsibilities and others will not do anything. No, you should, break down the responsibilities. And try to actually develop robust, robust paper, right? So, and it is possible. It will be possible only if every single member actually contributes. It will be then possible for you to actually craft something really robust. Okay, and SLR is not that easy, trust me. So you have to know how to, you can watch some YouTube videos how to do systematic literature review. That would be useful for you actually. So you must know how to do systematic literature review, SLR, and then select some very high quality papers in the journal papers, and because you can rely more on those papers, right? And the literature should be latest. From say 2020 to 2025. That would be really good. Okay. Any question regarding assignment? And the deadline, the deadline for submission, for example, I'll give you time. For example, I have to see the calendar, right? I have to see the calendar. But yeah, you will get say two more months, say 2 months, for example. Okay, from now, say 8 weeks or 9 or 10 weeks. Yeah, no problem.
So,
And
just to
meanwhile, you can show me your progress. For example, it's not possible for right now, may not be possible for you, but once we will have regular in-person class, in the physical setting, then you can show me your progress. You can bring your laptop or a hard copy, and you can show me, look, this is what we have done. Is that all right? So that I can give you a feedback. Okay, so before your final submission, you can actually update me with your progress.
Okay.
Okay.
So for your information, sir, our final exam date has been scheduled at June 21st to 26th. So
June, right? June. So this
yes,
is March. So April, May. Say for example, May, or
uh,
maybe I will allow you till the last week before the final exam.
exactly, sir. That will be great. That will be great for us.
Usually, what I do, I do. Say I am this time I'm actually assigning you the topic much earlier, right? So
Hmm.
that's a good opportunity for you to actually craft a robust paper because you get enough time. I mean, because if I could assign this topic, after you meet one or meet two, then that would be a bit difficult for you to actually get it done. Okay. So usually I set the deadline this way that the last class before the final exam, you have to submit your term paper and you have to give a presentation, right? So yeah, the same thing. Yeah, but you should start working
Sir, I have a query,
from
sir.
now. Sure.
Sir, can we work on this research paper in such a way so that we can publish? I wanted to have an official publication because in future I'm planning to do DBA.
Yeah,
So for
yeah,
this publication, if you could be a co-author with us.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah,
Okay, sir.
I will appreciate. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
yeah. I really appreciate. If it is worthy to be published, okay, why not? So, any question regarding the assignment? So I hope you will form the team as up. And Bonnie, you are actually required to send me the group list by the next week. So before the next class, I mean. So please, I mean, from your own group and update Bonnie, and Bonnie will send me, for example, a file, a Word file containing the list of all the groups. Okay. For example, draw a table, say serial long, say roll number or ID number, name, and remarks. So four. Okay, so you can construct a table, and send it to Bonnie, and so that Bonnie can, in one single file, can send it to me. Is that all right? I can see there's so many students. 24 join.
Yes, sir.
There are 24 students join this class. So yeah, so you can break it down. You can divide the class size by say four. So 25 divided by four. How many groups?
6 groups, sir.
So look, max four, minimum three, and accordingly form your group.
6 to 8 groups minimum. 6 to 8 maybe.
Sorry, Oni, did you say
No,
anything?
no, sir. Bonnie bhai, sir said that the maximum amount of group we can form is 4 to 5.
4. Exactly.
So
The
we can have
maximum
we
number
can
of
have
people. 4.
we can have 6 members in each group.
No. How come we
No,
can
no,
have
no.
6?
Maximum group members is 4.
Four.
Minimum group members 3. Right. So say there are if there are 25, 24 students. So excluding me, there are
Six
24,
to
I think,
eight
right?
group. There will
So
be
then
six
six
group.
groups.
The 6 groups exactly.
There will be 6 groups. Yeah, fine. So form it quickly and update me.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Any question regarding assignment?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
No, sir. Not now.
Let me share my screen once again. You can see that. Okay.
Sir, we can see, sir.
So we finished our discussion on on lecture 1, right?
Yes, sir.
So today's class we'll be talking about theory and philosophy in human resource development. Okay. So because human resource development, right? Uh, it is a distinct academic discipline. We understand it's a professional field and a very old professional field, but it also emerged as an academic discipline, uh, a young one, of course, and it has been underpinned by different theories, okay, and different philosophies. Okay, so in this lecture, we'll try to explore those theories and philosophies that underpin our discipline, I mean, human resource development, right? So let us first try to understand what is theory. Well, a theory, as you see here in this slide, it simply explains what a phenomenon is and how it works. So according to a code 1997, the reference is given here. This is called kind of in-text citation, right? And you are required to actually set in-text citation this way in your SLR paper, I mean systematic literature review paper. Okay, so you see, so theory is really important in every discipline. There are certain theories. So, I mean, that actually give the discipline robust kind of, uh, what should we say, existence, right? So, theory explains. It helps us to explain phenomena, and how does actually those phenomena actually work. Okay, and what are the major theories that make up the HRD discipline? We need to know, right? So the major, theories that make up our human resource development uh, discipline. So in today's class, we'll talk about theories and philosophies, and from the next class onward, we'll start discussing some practical issues with regard to HRD. Okay, as I promised before. So the theories that make up the HRD discipline can be broadly categorized under three types of theory. Okay, so and HRD theory that actually deals with the concept of organization, processes, individual job performance, right? So this HRD actually is actually underpinned by three different types of theories. One is called economic theories. We'll see what economic theories do underpin HRD discipline. Then system theory. We know about system. We know about, so one is economic theory. That means, uh, you know, What is economics? We'll discuss this. Then the system theory, and finally psychological theory. So economic theories, system theories, and psychological theories. These are the three major types of theories that to underpin HRD, or human resource development. Okay. So the first one is the economic theory propositions for HRD. Okay. So could anybody please tell me, um, well, what is the central focus of economics, or what is the, I mean, uh, main discussion of economics?
Demand and supply, sir.
So how businesses, individual and government uh, allocate scarce resources to satisfy the unlimited needs and wants.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, you rightly said that. Yeah. So that is the central focus of economics. Uh, does anyone want to add anything? So, what is the subject matter of discussion in economics, or what is the central focus or central theme of economics? Yeah. So economy deals with that basic question, that resources are very limited, scarce, but wants are unlimited, right? And economics deals with that issue, how to actually satisfy or meet our unlimited wants by using limited resources, right? Because we have very scarce resources, and but we have unlimited ones. So there is the issue of management here, how we need to manage it, right? We have to utilize resources in such a way so that we can actually uh, you know satisfy our unlimited wants and needs and demands, right? So, and economics is very important because whatever we are studying in this faculty or in school of business, right? Management, HRM, let's say marketing, finance, economics, sorry, let's say marketing, accounting. These are the applications of economics. So economics is the mother subject or mother discipline, and all the actually fees we are covering this faculty. These are the applications of actually economics, right? So economics deals with that basic question, and economic theories significantly actually affect HRD concepts and techniques, right? So one of the I mean underpinning theories actually is actually economic theories. Okay, so uh, so you see, the economic theory propositions for HRD. The first theory that is called scarce resource theory. So, and the gist of this, I mean, the thing is that we need to clearly understand, we need to clearly comprehend the link actually between the theory that we are talking about now and HRD, or human resource development, right? So I tried to precisely give an indication, right, about the nexus between these economic theories, system theories, and psychological theories with human resource development, okay, as an academic discipline. So scarce resource theory, let's first talk about this one. It significantly determines HRD, how HRD must justify its own use of scarce resources, because you see, while developing human resource, you have to deploy resources, right? You need to spend your time, your money, your logistics. If you send your employees, for example, for outside or abroad to receive for advanced foreign training, so doesn't it have opportunity cost? Yes, it does have, because now the employee has to take a leave, right? Kind of study leave type of thing, right? So you need a replacement over there, but you are sending your talents abroad, so that they can bring something unique for the company, the unique knowledge, the unique skill, unique expertise, so that they can actually develop themselves global. I mean, in a global standard. and serve the company accordingly, right? So you see, but while using these resources, you see, so it's all about resource utilization. So you are spending your money, then you have to think about this way, that look, this is scarce, this is limited, right? So HRD must justify its own use of scarce resources. While developing the workforce, you have to keep in mind the resources are limited, scarce, and you have to make the best utilization of that resource. Okay. Then the second one is sustainable resource theory. HRD must add value to creating sustainable long-term economic performance. I mean, why are you actually providing or why are you actually helping your employees learn new skills? Even you also provide opportunities like sponsored MBA, right? I have found so many students here in this University of Dhaka, in North South, in independent university, who are working for British American Tobacco and other company multinationals, and they are doing sponsored MBA. Even they receive, a stipend for for buying books. So you see, the companies are spending money for education, for training, for management development, for healthcare. The question is why? Unless it adds value to create sustainable long-term economic performance. So we want to actually, you know, we want to, form such a driving, dedicated, and dynamic workforce that will serve the company for a long time, right? So yeah, HRD should be, all the HRD interventions should be, accordingly designed and actually organized so that it will yield long-term outcomes, right? So that's the sustainable resource theory, that the implications of it on the field of HRD. Then let's talk about human capital theory. I'm a big fan of this theory, to be very honest, and I use this theory, in my research work uh, several times. So my thesis were actually mostly, underpinned by human capital theory, and that's a very interesting theory. And uh, you have to actually read the contributions. You have to, deal with contributions made by, say, Gary Baker, Jacob Minzer, Theodore Schultz, and many other. They are the proponents of human capital theory, right? So, and the gist is that uh, you should view it as a capital, right? So you see, it's not. We are not saying it's human resource theory. It's rather, it's human capital theory. That means we are no longer viewing people or employees of the organization as resource, but rather as capital. Now, could you please everyone tell me what is the difference between resource and capital? I mean, if we treat people as resource, what happens? And if we treat people as capital, then what else happens actually? Yeah, could you please tell me? So what is the difference? I mean, I can simplify the question. What is the difference between human resource and human capital?
Sir, I think capital refers specifically to assets that are used for production and investment. So in that case, all capital is a resource, but all not all resources are capital.
Okay, okay, sounds all right. Any other view? Sure, go ahead. Share whatever comes to your mind.
So more or less similar to Raihan, that he has already said, but have a few difference regarding the resources and the capital terminology. The capital refers to uh, the things that we are going to invest. That means the human being which has adequate level of knowledge and expertise and can do stuff become a capital for the businesses. And the resources is usually we use resources for the business and for the environment for the country in different aspects. So the basic differences are there. uh, all capital, as Rahan said, that all capital can be resources, but all resources may not be the capital.
So I would like to say that at that resources are everything a business needs to function. That might include people, material, and funds. While capital is the portion of resources specifically used for investment and business growth, such as money, equipment, and technology.
Uh, thank you, Rahan. Finally, you added one word that was
Mhm.
really searching for. That is investment. So yeah, so capital. The word capital has an investment perspective, right? So whenever actually we treat people as resource, that means resource are something to be used, right? Resources are something to be used, but capital, what does it imply? It is something where to be invested actually. So if we treat people as capital, that means we are actually trying, and we are actually, our aim is to actually invest in it, to grow it, right? But if we treat them as as just resource, that means we are just concerned about how to use it, that's it. So whenever we are treating people as resource, it necessarily implies that we are trying to utilize it for our benefit. We are trying to use our resources for our benefits, right? But whenever we are saying no, it is not resource in traditional sense, rather it is a capital. That means we have to invest money for there, and we have to invest capital in it to grow it actually. It has to be grown. So resource is to be actually used, and capital is to be actually grown. So that is the basic difference. And capital, whenever you rightly said finally that it does have an investment perspective, right? So yeah, yeah. So and people actually a great center for investment for any organization, right? We are no longer viewing people as a cost center, rather an investment center. And we do believe that if we rightly invest in it, in this capital, then the maximum benefits the company will actually derive from there. So the maximum ROI will be generated for sure. But yeah, there is a question: how much we are going to actually derive from there is quite impossible to quantify or measure in true sense, because it is mostly subjective in nature. Correct? Yeah. So thank you for sharing your views. Yeah. So you see, human capital theory, HRD, so it actually emphasizes on investment in human capital, right? That's why it's this theory, and by emphasizing on there, it actually underpins, HRD. So HRD, the gist of this theory is that HRD must add short and long-term value for investment in the development of knowledge and expertise in individuals and group of individuals. So you have to actually make a necessary investment to augment knowledge and skills and expertise of individuals and group of individuals, right? So these are the three major economic theory propositions, for HRD, right? And let us see now the economic theory propositions for HRD, right? So economists, the name of Alfred Marshall, 1949, he strongly argues that the most valuable of all capital, you see, that means uh, there are different areas of investment, and and perhaps the most valuable of all capital is that is invested in human beings. So whatever you invest in people's development, in human resource development or human capital development, is the best investment and the most valuable one. And this HRD takes place in organizations that are economic entities. So now, like, try to understand the dynamics, how this economic theory actually work here in this particular context of HRD, right? So HRD, as such, HRD takes place in organizations, and organization is an economic entity. I mean, we're talking about this organization, right? So this organization is an economic entity. So HRD, human resource development, what is the HRD context of HRD? In the previous lecture, we tried to understand the context for HRD, right? So the context is, say, an organization or an industry or sector it may have an international perspective or context even. So you see, since HRD takes place in a particular organization, and that organization is an economic entity, HRD must call upon economic theory as its core. Now you get the logic, right? So that is the basically underlying assumption, and that is the logic behind this kind of proposition, right, or supposition. Okay, so HRD takes place in an organization that is an economic entity. And as such, HRD must call upon economic theory as its own or as its core. And in addition to that, management theories and methods should be properly viewed as useful derivatives of economic theory. Here, all the management theories we talked about, different theories, and different management methods and techniques should be also properly reviewed and viewed and reviewed as useful derivatives of economic theory, according to Mr. Peter F. Drucker, who is one of the we can often we actually consider Mr. Drucker as the father of modern management, right? Because he was a great philosopher and a manager, and management guru actually. So Peter F. Drucker. So yeah, uh, let us now talk about the psychological theory propositions for HRD. What does psychology deal with? Could anyone tell me? What does it deal with?
Deal with the mindset. Deals with the mind
People minds, right? Good. Then,
and behavior, sir. Behavior characteristics.
okay, fantastic. Yeah. Any other idea? I really appreciate whenever you actually share your thoughts, no matter whether it's right or wrong. You are sharing your ideas with the class. That is something you know actually really useful and really valuable, right? Sifat Khandokar, Nur Muhammad, what is your idea about it?
Sir, what was the question again?
Psychology. What does psychology deal with? Actually?
So psychology is a perspective, I believe, like human perspective.
Well, so you see, so the psychological theory propositions for HRT, okay, and we'll be talking about three different psychology theories, okay, that significantly underpin or determine human resource development. You understand what is meant by underpinning theories? The theories that actually gives the discipline a foundation. So these are all foundational theories. Without the support of these theories, the discipline doesn't exist actually. You get it? আরে আমি যে কি বলতে যাচ্ছি আপনারা বুঝতে পারছেন মনে হয়। মানে ধরেন ফর এক্সাম্পল আর সহজ মানে আপনি যদি হিউম্যান রিসোর্স ডেভেলপমেন্ট উপরে কোনো রিসার্চ করতে চান, তাহলে আপনাকে দ্যাট রিসার্চ হ্যাজ টু বি আন্ডারপিন অর সাপোর্টেড বাই দিস থিওরিজ, আইদার সে ইকোনমিক থিওরি যেগুলো আমরা আলাপ করলাম, স্ক্যার্স রিসোর্স থিওরি অর সাস্টেইনেবল থিওরি, দেন অর হিউম্যান ক্যাপিটাল থিওরি অর সাইকোলজিক্যাল থিওরি অর সিস্টেম থিওরি, right? So these are the major theories that underpin or support human resource development. Without the support of these theories, HRD actually cannot actually exist as a separate, as a unique academic discipline. Got it? Okay. Now let us try to explore the major psychological theory propositions for HND. First of all, gestalt psychology. So, and that the assumption of this theory and the implications of it is HND must clarify the goals of individual contributors, right? Work process owners and organizational leaders. So these are different. These are major stakeholders, right? The individual contributors, individual performers, the work process owners, right? And the supervisors, the top leaders of the organization, right? So HRD must clarify the goals of that. That is the distal psychological theory because that's important. So any HRD effort or intervention or endeavor, right, must be designed, okay, in an effort to, achieve the goal of individual contributors, work process owners, and organizational leaders. So it should have a purpose to serve. Okay. Then let's talk about the behavioral psychology. I'm going to quickly, you know, finish the lecture, and we don't have that much time in our hand. I guess a meeting is single. It is just going on. Okay, 10 minutes. So maybe within 5 or 6 minutes. So then the behavioral psychology. You talked about behavioral issues, right? You talk about different behavioral issues, attitudes, right? The cognition, right? Affect or emotions, then behavioral issues, right? We talk about personality, values, okay, perception, okay, so many different things, emotions, right? So these are different behavioral issues. I mean, a particular way you actually behave, you act or react towards someone, someone or towards something, right? That is all about behavior. And HRD must develop the knowledge and expertise of individual contributors, work process owners, and organizational leaders. So what is HRD must clarify the goals? That's the gist of the gesture theory. And the behavior theories, psychology theory, gist is it must develop the knowledge and expertise. Okay, so that is the subjective part. Okay, so for example, we know about behavioral training, right? We know about behavioral training. That is a kind of a specialized training. And whenever you learn a new skill or a new knowledge or something new, or you experience something, right? That would have that is obvious, that would have an impact on your, say, on your perception, on your thought process, okay, on your value system, okay, on your mindset, and that's important. So HRD must develop the knowledge and expertise, of the stakeholders. And then finally, cognitive psychology or purposive behaviorism, we often say. Purposive behaviorism or cognitive psychology. Cognition by the act of knowing, the act of knowing. And HRD must harmonize the goals and behaviors among individual contributors, okay, work process owners and organizational leaders. আমরা বারবার কিন্তু এই stakeholder থেকে এখানে highlight করছি. We are highlighting the individual contributors, the work process owners, and the organizational leaders. Okay, so here in cognitive psychology or purposive behaviorism, the 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 the, the the central focus is that HRD must harmonize the goals and behavior. একটা হচ্ছে প্রথমে আমরা বলছিলাম গোস নিয়ে জেসাস থিওরিতে, আর সেকেন্ডটাতে বলেছিলাম আমরা বিহেভিয়ার নিয়ে। এখন এই দুটোর মধ্যে একটা হারমোনাইজেশন দরকার, মানে গোল ডিরেক্টেড বিহেভিয়ার উই ক্যান সে। So harmonizing this theory actually talks about how to harmonize the goals and the behaviors, relevant behaviors among individuals, contributors, work process owners, and organizational leaders. And let us now see the psychology theory propositions for HRD. Say, since HRD takes place in organizations that are psychologically framed, আগে আমরা বলেছি যে HRD takes place in an organization that is an economic entity. সুতরাং economic theories are its core. Now we are saying that HRD as such, HRD takes place in an organization that is psychologically framed. So every organization is psychologically framed by those who invented them. Because organization is all about people, right? It's people who have invented the organization, who operate and who renew it, right? So you see, so HRD takes place in an organization that is psychologically framed by those who invented it either or operate in them মানে এখানে কাজ করার অর্গানাইজেশনের মধ্যে or and renew them. So therefore HRD must call on psychology as being core. Got it?
Sir, what do you mean by
HRD, all the
psychologically
HRD
framed?
interventions take place in an organization, right? That is psychologically framed by those people, by people actually, who either say the entrepreneur, we are talking about the entrepreneurs, the entrepreneurs, the employees, so and all have psychologies, all have some behavioral issues, and that gives the organization birth, right? So and there's renewed because we talk about organization change or organization develop OD. So it is people, it is not artificial intelligence or AI that brings change in the organization, right? That unfreeze something and refreeze something. Rather, it is human intelligence that unfreeze something and refreeze something, right? So and therefore HRD must call on psychology as being core. For to I assign you a topic, right? The role of AI, generative AI in human resource development. So you can use different AI. You can adapt different AI approaches, different AI interventions, in an effort to develop a dynamic workforce, right? Highly skilled and dexterous workforce. But you have to keep it in mind that people itself is not, it's a psychological entity, not an artificial entity. I mean, human being we are talking about, or people. And that is the implication of this theory. So psychological theories like economic theories greatly underpin or support this discipline, HRTU. Any questions so far?
Sir, what do you mean by sir psychologically framed?
Sorry?
Sir, he's saying what you mean by psychologically framed.
Yeah, psychologically framed. Yeah, yes.
So what does it mean exactly, sir? Psychologically framed.
Sakline, I don't understand why I can't get your actually voice as
He's
clearly as I
he's
get
having some.
the Bonnie's or Raihan's voice.
So Saklan Bhai is having some networking. So Saklan Bhai, you can simply type it in the chat box. We sir can respond it from there.
Yeah, you
Anyway,
can write it in chat box so that I can better reply to your question.
the clients want to know what does it mean by psychologically framed.
But it means it is framed by human psychology. I mean, don't you understand? Psychological frame means it is framed by human psychology. So whenever an entrepreneur, so say entrepreneur actually say who actually gives birth to an organization, who gives birth to an organization, who is the founder of organization, who is the founder of organizational culture, the values, everything. It's human being, it's people, and they are psychological entities, right? Earlier we said that organization is an economic entity because it is engaged in economic activities, for example, production, distribution, right? একটা organization কি করে? সে সে কাঁচামাল কালেক্ট করে, তাই না? র মেটেরিয়ালস কালেক্ট করে। তারপর সে তার প্রকিউরমেন্ট এর বিষয় আছে। আমরা এটাকে বলি এসএলআর, সাপ্লাই রিলেশন, এসআরএম, সাপ্লাই রিলেশনশিপ ম্যানেজমেন্ট। তারপর সে তার ইন্টারনাল সাপ্লাই চেইন আছে, আইএসসিএম যেটাকে বলি আমরা। সে ভ্যালু এডিশন এর কাজ করে, তাই না? ভ্যালু এডিশন করে। করতে, করতে তার ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং প্রসেস শেষ হয়। তারপরে তার একটা ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন, তার মানে প্রোডাকশন রিলেটেড অ্যাক্টিভিটিস আছে, ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন রিলেটেড অ্যাক্টিভিটিস আছে। এর সাথে এই ভ্যালু চেইন, প্রাইমারি ভ্যালু চেইনকে সাপোর্ট দেওয়ার জন্য আরো অনেক ধরনের সাপোর্ট ভ্যালু চেইন অ্যাক্টিভিটিস আছে। These are all economic activities in an effort to add value to the product, say, for example, right? So সেই জন্য আমরা এটাকে বলছি যে অর্গানাইজেশন HAD ইন্টারভেনশনস গুলো তো একটা অর্গানাইজেশন কনটেক্সটে তো আমরা আন্ডারটেক করছি। সো যেহেতু অর্গানাইজেশন একটা ইকোনমিক এন্টিটি, সো আমরা ওই লজিকটা বলছি। সো দেয়ারফর ইকোনমিক থিওরিজ আর আন্ডারপিনিং HAD। আর এখন নাও উই আর সেইং দ্যাট অর্গানাইজেশন ইজ এ গ্রুপ অফ পিপল। তো পিপল কি? হিউম্যান বিং কি? সাইকোলজিক্যাল এন্টিটি না? আমরা তো শুধু বায়োলজিক্যাল এন্টিটি না, আমাদের তো একটা মনস্তত্ত্ব আছে। তো সেটা দিয়ে কিন্তু অর্গানাইজেশন ফর্মিং হচ্ছে, সেটা দিয়ে। ফ্রেম বলতে বোঝানো হচ্ছে অর্গানাইজেশনের ফরমেশন কিভাবে হয়। Organization যে change, I talked about change management or say OD interventions, right? যে unfreezing freezing issues গুলো, এগুলো কার চিন্তা থেকে আসে? হ্যাঁ? সো ওখানে আমি এড করেছি বিষয়টা এই যে HRD ইন্টারভেনশনস গুলো অনেক কিছু। ফর এক্সাম্পল ট্রেনিং এর ক্ষেত্রে এখন আপনি AI ইউজ করতে পারেন। হ্যাঁ? বা বিভিন্ন টুলস ইউজ করতে পারেন মডার্ন। হ্যাঁ? বাট দ্য কোয়েশ্চেন ইজ এট দ্য এন্ড অফ দ্য ডে এই
Sir,
it is psychologically, it is a psychological entity that actually that constitute the organization,
sir,
and
sorry to
therefore
interrupt.
psychological theories
We are
significantly is
under
Sir,
a
sorry.
minute to go, sir. We are under
Sorry
a
to
minute to go.
interrupt. Exactly. We have less than a minute. So can we rejoin again? Just leaving.
no, that's the end of today's class. I would like to end up the session, and I will continue the discussion on these theories
On the
in
next
the
class,
next
sir.
week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank
So
you.
wish you all the best and thank you
Okay,
very
yes,
much.
sir.
Thank you,
Unless
sir.
you have
Thank
any
you so
questions.
very much, sir.